Good morning and welcome to day 11 out of 180. Yeah, it's a good start to the day. I mean, it's not really the start of the day right now. It's about noon. I'm headed into work as we speak. I really am trying to get there at 10:30 or 11 a.m., but it's honestly just impossible at this junction in my life. I'm so fortunate to have a job where they're understanding and where, and then at the end of the day, my income is completely dependent on my production. So I'm not, negatively impacting anyone directly by showing up at later than I'm supposed to. But trying to get in there by 10:30, 11 is just not possible. I have too much stuff to do in the morning, and I'm just moving too slowly. I slept 10 hours and 5 minutes last night and just woke up super exhausted still. And it's not adding up. It doesn't make sense. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. Anyways, other news, really got my diet dialed in with the shop yesterday. Just eating a nice balance of fast, slow carbs, tons of protein, moderate amount of fat in the ground beef. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what happens physically over the next 6 months. It's going to be pretty crazy, especially when I start getting my meal prepping and everything dialed in to the extent of actually getting enough calories during the day. Like I said before, I'm going to Shambhala Music Festival in British Columbia at the end of January. So between now and then, it's basically going to be calorie deficit, going to be cutting a lot, going to do a 5-day, probably do 3-day. I did 5 days last year before it, and it was a bit too extreme trying to kick my body into gear while I was at a music festival. We're going to do a 3-day water fast and really get cleaned out before the music festival so that I don't have to use the bathroom or anything while I'm traveling. Don't have the shit while I'm, flying across the country and, driving 6-7 hours waiting in line. Just going to be much better that way from a paralyzed person's perspective. So yeah, gonna do that. So basically just gonna be cutting, leaning out. I'm still gonna try to put on a little bit of size and strength, but it's gonna be tough. I'll put on some strength for sure, just because I'm starting from zero right now. I haven't been habitually, consistently exercising for a really long time, 8, 9, 10 months at least, really good about it, for really, really religious about it, for closer to 18 months. So it's going to be nice to get those newbie gains right off the bat. It'll be super encouraging and should have a pretty radical physical transformation just in that first, basically almost 5 weeks of the 180-day challenge. So that'll be fun. Man, is consistency and habit fucking boring. It's just so damn boring. It feels good and it's rewarding at certain times, but other times it's just monotonous as hell. I am so driven by spontaneity and by change and by switching things up all the time. I like radical change in my life. I don't know what it is. It's almost like an addiction. I get bored so quickly and I just want things to be crazy and wild and chaotic and, sleeping different places, moving. I love that. I love it so much. I guess it's just from my whole, 10 plus years, 10, 15 years of my life. I was just always traveling, always on the road. moving from place to place, going to different countries. I never really lived anywhere for more than 6 months, maybe, 10, 11 months for any given period of time, from like age 16 to 27 or something. I was always moving about, and I love that. I love the fresh perspective it gives you. I love just the exploring new places, seeing new things, getting used to different areas. Luckily, right now in my life, I'm still in that stage in my new area that I just moved to. I moved into our house. It's, end of June now. We moved in the middle of May. So it's all still new. It's still fresh. Same city as before, Orlando, but a different part of it completely. So that's super nice. I love, just not having the same morning drive for years at a time, whatever it is. But the bottom line is, it's just so hard for me to just get up and do the boring things. Hop on my FES bike for an hour, stand for 20 or 30 minutes, stretch for 10, 20 minutes. Just those are the core things that I have to do to even have a baseline. There's really quite a bit more in there to really excel and be pushing forward as far as my physical ability and everything goes below my level of injury. But that's like the bare minimum, and it's just so boring. I want to do something novel. That's what the word I was looking for earlier is novelty. Is just everything for me personally, for whatever reason, and not necessarily in a healthy way. I think we can easily get caught in patterns and do the same thing for a long period of time, and that it stops us physically and mentally adapting in a lot of ways. But for me, that's what this challenge is really about. It's about 180 days of habitual consistency to eke out some good results. But I'm going to swing in here, throw some fuel in the Grand Caravan of Dreams, and then I'm going to get to work. Today is going to be arm day for a workout. Did a back workout yesterday. Definitely didn't go hard enough because my back is a little sore, but not crazy sore. The one thing I will say that is super cool that I should be reporting on for anyone that cares and is having back pain or back issues as well. I woke up at 4 in the morning this morning to go pee, and it was probably the first time in a year, maybe 2 years, where I woke up with basically no lower back pain whatsoever. When I woke up again a little bit later to actually get up for the day, I had some tinge of lower back pain, but significantly less in a long time. So it just goes to show you, I'm only 11 days in, consistently doing everything I need to do to heal my back, wearing this back brace. I don't know if you can see it, but this awesome back brace I got from Optimum Prosthetics. I don't tighten it up too much, so it doesn't give me, I still have to use my abdominal muscles and lower back muscles for support, but it's just a constant reminder. It doesn't let me, round my lower back out as much. Doing that, doing back workouts, hanging, standing, all that, and it's, it's starting to pay off a little bit at a time. So that's all there is to report for now. Day 11 of 180. Next time you see me, I'll either be eating my lunch and reporting on that, or more than likely be in the gym getting a solid arm workout in. Gonna absolutely annihilate the biceps and triceps today, and do a little forearm exercise as well. So that's it. I'll see you in the gym.